I hired a fitter to fit some new carpet in a couple of flats that we normally rent out. I agreed with him before to replace the carpet and also the underlay, fit new underlay. Now, what happened was that basically at the end of the job, when he'd done both the flats, I found out that actually he had only put the new carpet on top of the old underlay, so he hadn't actually fitted the new one. And his work was quite shoddy as well in the in the second flat. Now, when I checked on CCTV, I saw that this was fraud because he deliberately didn't bring in any underlay to fit, and he didn't take any out. So I'm wondering what I can do now. How I should go about whether I can make a claim on him or not, because I basically paid half the money, which is £3,000. I still owe him £3,000, but so far I've withheld payment.
Okay. Do you have something in writing that confirms he was responsible for replacing the underlay, such as a quote?
Yes, I do, yes. It was on the quote.
Okay, good. Have you told him why you're withholding the money?
I have, yeah.
What's his response?
And I've told him, basically, he initially wanted to come back and, to rectify everything and, put things right. But I said, there's no way that I'm going to go ahead with that because I simply don't trust him.
Yeah. And I'm not surprised. How was the cost split out on the invoice or the quote? I imagine it wasn't, between the underlay and the carpet.
No, it wasn't. I mean, he did charge me an extra £1,000 for the underlay. Now, the thing is that in a few rooms of one flat, he didn't put the underlay, but the rest of the rooms and in the other flat, he did. But that's only because I happened to be in the flat during those times, the whole, during the whole period.
So he did do 75-80% of the underlay, but didn't do 20%.
Yes. Exactly, yeah.
Okay, so I think you're going to struggle a little bit more there to justify withholding quite so much money. In reality, the legal loss you've suffered is the cost of getting somebody else in to lift the carpet, replace the underlay and put the carpet back down. And if all the underlay cost £1,000, I'm guessing the underlay in question that wasn't laid, a couple of £100.
I would say so. The problem here is that the manufacturer doesn't recommend taking the carpet up, putting new underlay, and then putting it back down because it may just not fit the same as it should do the first time round because it's all being cut to size and so on. And second time round when it's relayed, it may just not be the same.
Well, it may not, but it may. I mean, isn't it sensible to try it rather than just assuming it's not and getting all litigious?
Yes, yeah. Could do, yeah.
I mean, that's what I would do. I mean, we're only talking 2 rooms here out of 2 flats. I would definitely try it. Get someone in, get the underlay replaced, and they can then just lay the carpet again. And the extra cost you have to pay the second workman is your measure of loss. So you'd have to pay over to the first workman, the first fitter, the balance of the £3,000 less the amount you've had to pay to somebody else. And there's no way that somebody else is going to be entitled to charge you £3,000 for putting down a couple of bits of underlay.
Sure. Okay. And also, sorry, I was going to say also his work was very shoddy and one piece, for example, in a huge piece that we had laid down in the hallway, which was all one piece, and the bit at the end of it, which he fitted a week or two afterwards, is a different shade of colour compared to the main piece. And manufacturers say that it all has to be ordered at the same time in order to guarantee the colour match. I mean, can I ask him to relay the whole lot? I mean, it's quite noticeable, or is that just something I have to put up with?
Well, you say quite noticeable. How bad is it in truth? Is it going to cause you to lose rent?
No, it wouldn't. No,
it wouldn't. Would it?
No.
I think you're going to struggle to prove any loss there. I think that one you might have to put up with, Michael, as frustrating as it is. So I realise you're really angry about this, and rightfully so, but I think, forgive me, I think you might be overstating the cost of putting it right and perhaps withholding a bit too much from the fitter here.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, all right, Michael, good luck with that. And as I say, get someone else to fit the underlay, see what it's like, make a decision. If it costs you £500, you've got to pay the original guy another £2,500.